Harris rejects. Okay. So she rejects it, and he says, all right.
The Economic Club of Chicago and Bloomberg both invited Vice President Harris to a similar interview about her economic plans that she has declined so far.
Why? The Harris campaign has also rejected interviews from CNBC and Time Magazine.
Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor, and he joins us now. Joe, good morning to you. So this is an interesting one because she is denying some interviews, but also she's going to be coming on Fox News today, and she apparently is toying with the idea of potentially going on Joe Rogan's show as well. So what do you make of her decisions, what she says yes and no to, and what it says about her overall strategy?
Well, Carly, I think it shows that Kamala Harris is showing she can't do multiple difficult interviews at once, especially when those interviews are focused on the economy. And that's what the Bloomberg and CNBC interviews would have done. It wouldn't be like general questions like we saw with CNN or MSNBC, like what would you do to lower the cost of living? A question she usually answers by reminding us that she grew up in a middle-class neighborhood, that even SNL is mocking her around because she uses that in her answers so much. But it would, as we saw with Donald Trump, as you just showed at the Bloomberg forum.
What's wrong with her growing up in a middle class? What is wrong with her saying that? So, see, these people just try to find reasons to get on Kamala Harris's head for what? Like, I don't know why they're so against the things that she says, because a lot of the things that she says there's nothing wrong with the things that she says. They just have to find some reason to hate on a female running for president. Like, not saying I'm voting for either one of these people, either one of them, Trump or Harris, but because I really don't even care. Like, I don't even get into politics and stuff like that, but I know apparently people will be like, oh, well, they're going to be the people controlling how your life is, like, and all this. No, I control my own life. I control the decisions I make and all this stuff. But back to what I was saying, like, they always try to find some way to get on this woman's head. For what reason? Like, just because she said she grew up in a middle class home, like.
It would be more than an hour-long deep dive into economic policy around antitrust laws or interest rates or trade deals or taxes. And I think Kamala Harris's CPU would likely, short circuit like an old computer if you poured water on it in that situation. So her handler said, no go. But as you mentioned, she then has to go on to...
Bro, what are they talking about? What is he talking about?
With Brett Baer on Fox, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in San Francisco Pacific time. And that's 30 minutes, no commercials, no edits. Brett will be professional as always, as we've seen in the past, and will ask tough, fair, and germane questions. This will be a make or break interview for her campaign tonight on Fox, because she's never really faced an interview like this before. 60 Minutes, she got a little taste of it, but I think this will be a much different story tonight, and let's see how she does when she actually gets these things called follow-up questions, which I'm sure Mr. Baer will engage in.
Yeah, without a doubt,
bro,
it is going to...
They are preying on her downfall, bro. Oh, like what? Bro, these people are weird, bro.
Main event, and I think you hit the nail on the head when it comes to the economic discussion.
Like, how would you know it's going to be challenging for her? You don't know her like that, like, bro.
You go on a CNBC or a Bloomberg, like you and I, when we go on Fox Business, you have to view everything through the lens of money. And you definitely have to change how you approach topics when you're sitting down for a discussion with a Maria, with a Stu. Can she do that? Joe Concha is saying that would be tough for her to do when it comes to her economic policies, if she can really even articulate them a little bit. Harris resorting instead to scare tactics in her town hall with Charlemagne the God. Take a listen.
It's two very different visions for our nation. One mind that is about taking us forward and progress and investing in the American people, investing in their ambitions, dealing with their challenges. And the other, Donald Trump, is about taking us backward.
The other is about fascism. Why can't we just say it?
Yes, we can say that.
All right, Joe.
Sure, she would love to say that.
Yeah, she would love to say it. Listen, 3 weeks.
See, it's like they have something against her for no reason. What did she say that was wrong about that? Like, what was wrong about what she just said? It's true. Donald Trump is trying to take us backwards, but sometime, like, partly he's trying to progress us, but also he's trying to take us back to, like, 2021 and all that stuff. Make America great again. Go back to what he was doing back when he was president. He's trying to bring all that stuff back. So that's what she means by taking us back. But like at the same time, like what does she say wrong? Like honestly, I think like politics and all this stuff is just like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Before the election, are we completely out of the joy phase and 100% all in to the fear-mongering phase?
Absolutely. I think we have been for some time when it comes to Donald Trump. But the problem is, if you keep saying those things over and over again, comparing him to Hitler and talking about fascism and Donald Trump, when we saw what his first presidency was like, where those things didn't remotely happen, it's the boy who cried wolf.
Oh, so basically, all these three people are rooting for Donald Trump. They probably put their votes in for Donald Trump. That's why they're talking about her like this. I know all three of them voted for Donald Trump. And they're just on her head. She really doesn't even say anything wrong. Like, I'm not defending anybody, but like, if you have a brain, you can see, like, you would understand. Like, they're just talking about nothing. They're just talking down about her just to talk down about her, just because they like Donald Trump more than her. It's just biasm. Like, they're biased. That's what I think.
Case, it's Kamala Harris and Charlemagne the God who cried wolf, and no one's really listening when people say those things at this point. But I'll say this, Todd, that was the worst interview of this campaign. I mean, by far. I had some hopes for this because Charlemagne the God has shown in the past.
No, he didn't. He did not have hopes for it. He wanted her. She's praying for her downfall, bro.
He can challenge folks, even if he agrees with them from a political perspective. But we had one question last night saying that Trump would put non-whites in camps, that he would put journalists in jail. We talked about the fascism. And oh, by the way, let's do reparations, or let's at least consider doing reparations for black citizens in this country, which would cost somewhere, this is according to the head of the Black Entertainment Network, would cost somewhere around $14 trillion, which I'm sure we can afford. And Charlemagne did almost no pushback on almost anything that Kamala Harris was saying. But here's the thing, though. It's just like when she went on Colbert or when she went on Stern. These things don't move the needle because most of the folks probably listening to that show were going to vote for Kamala Harris anyway. Again, watch Fox tonight if you want to see a real interview and not whatever that was.
Charlemagne is endorsing Kamala Harris, and that caller said that they're scared that Donald Trump will put non-white people round them up and put them in camps. And then Kamala Harris responded saying, "You are right to feel scared," which is a staggering moment. You're right to point that out.
All right, that's I mean, that right there is crazy for her to say. Because how does she know if he is actually thinking about doing that? You don't know for sure, so that's kind of crazy for her to say. I disagree with that. I agree with them on that. That's crazy, but unless he's talking about it at some point, which would also be crazy. So either way, it's crazy.
Gotta leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Joe.
Happy Wednesday.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube.
All right, guys, that's the end of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see me react to the interview, make sure you put in the comment sections, react to the interview. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys go vote if you haven't already. And make sure you guys stay safe. I appreciate you guys. And please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, y'all.